Sue, an incredible array of flowers behind us here, and a bit of a spring feel. Was that purposeful?
Yeah, very much so. I think it's really important to get the season into the flowers for a cost point of view as well as a look. It's very fresh, it's very vibrant, it's very powerful. If you use things from the outside, it brings the outside into the venue that you're decorating.
Do you find that people come to you with an actual colour scheme in mind, or do you generally start from scratch?
I always ask them what they like, what they dislike, and sometimes they've dreamt up an idea that 7 years ago may have made sense but now makes no sense whatsoever, bearing in mind what they've chosen to wear and the venue that they've chosen to get married in. But generally they are coming to me to ask for kind of expert advice, if you like. So it's very much what style will work, what's in season, and what looks absolutely fantastic.
So behind us, Sue, we've got flowers, we've got cutlery, we've got the glasses, so many things. What elements are there to make up a perfect table display?
If you look at the table, you've got a bare table here and you've got bare chairs. So are you going to cover the table? What colour are you going to cover the table in? What textures are you going to go for? What colours, obviously? The chairs, are you going to leave them sort of rustic wood, or are you going to actually cover them over with anything? Then when you get onto the table, it's the choice of cutlery, crockery, glassware, and are you going to go for a contemporary feel or for a more traditional feel? I mean, it's making the whole lot work together.
Today, I do actually quite fancy creating something rather spectacular. Big flowers, big statement. Do you think we can do that?
We can definitely do that, and it's an absolutely great idea. Okay, George, the first thing to do is choose your table linen. That will clean everything up and give you the correct feel. Over to you.
Our base to start with.
Yep.
Excellent, okay. Well, obviously we've got this spring feel going on, so perhaps we should follow through with the cream and the sort of rich green as well.
Yep, absolutely.
So, but maybe use the white as a base and then little touches of green, because otherwise I think it might be too much.
Yep.
What do you think?
Definitely, we can pull that through with the napkins, we can pull it through with the flowers, but if you give yourself a clean blank canvas, I think that would be great.
This is good news. The expert agrees with me. Fantastic. Next up, it's the chairs, and we have these gorgeous covers to put on them. Let's see how I get on.
You're doing well.
That's not too bad, was it? They're quite tight.
Yeah, looks like a totally different table now. Really, really smart.
One down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go.
What fun.
So, Sue, what's the most high-profile wedding you've worked on?
I guess it would have to have been Prince Edward and Sophie Rhys-Jones.
Wow.
So that was
a royal wedding.
Pretty spectacular. It was fantastic. We had about 2 days to set up, but it was still really hard going. And we put together huge, great big designs, and one was an urn, which is 25 feet high. And it was a little bit wobbly when we started off, so we had to put some scaffold poles in the centre of it, otherwise we would have taken out the whole of the royal family in one hit, which would not have been good for business. This is the scary part.
It is quite scary, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Sue, what do you think? Obviously, your expert hand is pretty involved in the finished products, but I'm really proud.
I think you've done so well. It looks fantastic, it smells fantastic. I think any bride would be so pleased to have that either just on the top table or on one in every 3 table centres around the room. It's absolutely beautiful.
It makes a statement in the room, and the smell, that whole spring essence that we were going for seems to have come to life.
Yeah, I think if you've got a room with very tall ceilings, this is the sort of design that you need to see at least once throughout the room. It takes the eye upwards. I think that being seasonal with all the catkins and the pussy willow that you've chosen, the ginger, it just looks incredible.
So, the final moment, the most important moment of the day, marks out of 10.
11. I really, truly think it's wonderful, and I think you've done so well.
That's very kind of you. Everybody's so nice when I ask them what to mark me out of 10. But I think that deserves a 10, 11 today. I'm quite proud of it.
Stunning.
Thank you.